Okay then, our last video was chipping versus pitching. Today we're going to expand upon chipping because it's not practiced enough and most people overcomplicate it. And like I said in my last video, people are morphing the chip and the pitch together, and that creates the chip to be very difficult. Because when you hit the golf shot, or when you're trying to hit the golf shot and you're adding these extra wrist cock into it when you don't need to, then striking the ball and turf interaction becomes very problematic. That's why chipping, distance control, is the title of this tip of the day. So here in a minute, I'm going to show you a simple game that you can play. I used to call it the ratio game, but really it's the distance from where the ball is to the landing spot, which happens to be about 1 to 3 feet onto the green. And then from that landing spot, how much roll out do you actually have? And so stay tuned. This will be great. I'm keeping it super simple, but I hope you like it. 50 degree. Pitching wedge. P for pitching wedge. 9-iron. Okay. So I want you to think about which club should you hit or choose if the ball's sitting here and the landing spot is right here, basically 1 to 2 feet on the edge of the green. Okay, so I just did the landing spot. This is the first ball, which is the rollout. Here is the second ball, which is another rollout, and here is the third ball. So you land it where the tennis ball was, and you can see I'm kind of walking off the paces here. And what's more important is to understand that your landing spot is 1 to 3 feet onto the front edge of the green, and then your next rollout should be the equal distance from that landing spot from where your ball was. And that's what I'm kind of doing at this point and explaining it. 1, 2, 3. The landing point is 3 paces from the ball to the landing. Then it's going to roll out another 3 paces, which would be a 1-to-1 ratio. If we were to roll out a total of 6 paces, that's a 1-to-2 ratio. And if it rolls out a total of 9 paces, that's a 1-to-3 ratio. Your 50 degree, 50, 52 degrees, somewhere in that range, is going to be your 1-to-1. Your pitching wedge is going to be your 1-to-2, and your 9-iron is going to be your 1-to-3. So the ball position is either center or slightly back. There is no wrist cock here. There's just a sweep across. So here we go. Hit that spot. It rolls by the hole. We're within 1 to 2 feet past this location. So I draw a straight line. This was 2 feet past. I had a chance to make it. Okay. Next shot. We would not use the 50 degree. We would use the pitching wedge. This one should roll to the third golf ball. Same spot. Land it. And you will see that that is even with the second golf ball. Okay? This one is your 9-iron. I'm going to move it over here so we can see it go. Again, landing spot, key. And we hit the landing spot. It's a little long. And it's exactly the same distance. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so the tennis ball is essentially the landing spot, which is 1 to 2 feet. You can now see that golf ball, even though it happens to be in line with that hole, that was unintentional. You see the ball that I hit went a little bit further past. We want to be a little bit better to be right in there. Okay. The second golf ball I hit, which was the pitching wedge, that one was the 50 degree. This is the pitching wedge. You can see it's right in line with that. And then the 9-iron. So talk about getting up and down. It's the ratio game. The distance from the ball which is roughly about right here. That's 3 paces to the landing spot, which is what that tennis ball is resembling here. Okay, so again, if I want to stop the ball or try to hit the ball into this cup here, which happens to be the same distance of a 1-to-1, I'm going to get that stroke nice and smooth, trying to land it within that 1 to 2 feet off the edge of the green. And I did not. You can see, even if this was flat, I did not hit my landing spot. So the key for me is now get the rhythm and effort trained so that I can get my landing spot more consistent. Hit the landing spot, I got a chance to knock that ball in the hole. I hope this was a great tip for you. It is the chip shot ratio game, a 1-to-1 ratio, a 1-to-2, a 1-to-3.